Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 273, and I am so glad that you are here today. This is going to be an awesome episode. It's going to radically change how you show up in your business this year in 2025 and beyond. Okay. And it is going to help you with all your marketing. I'm telling you, if this is your focus, you are going to be in awesome shape. You are going to be positioning yourself for massive success. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether in the idea stage, whether you're starting or growing, whether you have a product business, a service-based business. Maybe you're just going to sell courses, digital products, your coaching, your consulting, whatever it is. This is for you, and I'm so happy you're here. Make sure you get plugged in right away. I have a free Facebook group called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. You can scroll down in the show notes right now and click over to join that group. We'd love to have you in. And it's a great community of women who are all in any of these stages. Frankly, I know it's called Women Starting Businesses, but a lot of the members have been veteran business owners for a while too. And I know would love to help you. So make sure if you have any random questions or you need feedback that you get in that group. I also have some free goodies for you if you're new here, besides all the content in this podcast. If that's not going to keep you busy enough, I do have some quick wins for you. Oh, yes. I have a 16-step checklist if you're trying to start your business right now. I actually have a business idea guide in there. It's called an Ikigai guide, which is a Japanese term that means reason for being. So it's like, what really is your business purpose? And so if you're trying to figure out your business idea, that's a great place to start. And I have all kinds of other freebies for y'all to help get you moving. So make sure you check out everything on my site because they're resources that I created just for you. And if you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners and all of my grow getters out there. Y'all are just amazing humans, and you've made my life so much richer. And I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for the comments, the DMs, the little messages that I get. Y'all are so kind, and I appreciate it so much. I also want to thank all of you that have left reviews, that have left a 5-star rating. I know that it helps bump this podcast up in the rating, so it shows it to more people like us who just want to make money doing what we love and make a difference in this world through our business. And speaking of that, if you've been listening a while and you have found value in this podcast, you're like, I love this podcast. I keep listening to it. I keep coming back to it for motivation. I want to ask you today, have you ever left a review? And if you haven't, would you be so kind to leave a really quick review? In fact, if you just don't have any time, you can hit the 5-star rating. Just hit that. That is amazing. And if you have 30 seconds to a minute to write a quick review about this podcast, like if you're an Apple Podcast, for example, you can hit the 5-star review, then have to add a title for your review and then a little bit of description. Y'all, it means the world to me. It really does. It's just such a great way of giving back to me. It honestly warms my soul when I read them. And then also I can't help but think that it tells Apple and the other players out there that this is a valuable podcast and shows it to more people. So anyways, that's it. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello friends. How are you? How's everything going in your business? I'm so glad that you are here. Y'all, we are kicking off a new year at the time of this recording, and I'm so stoked about it. I think 2025 is going to be an awesome year for your business because you have got more knowledge now than you did before. And today I'm going to share with you literally the number one strategy that you need for approaching any and all marketing you do. I think it is going to be a game changer for you. If you're already in business, this is going to refocus you. If you're about to open your business, this is going to start you off on the right foot. And I'm so glad that you're here for this because I know that it will change how you approach your marketing. I think we can all say that marketing is one of the hardest parts of running a business. And if you haven't opened your business yet, you may not know this, or you may already be getting a little bit of anxiety, I dare say, about marketing, because a lot of you tell me you don't know how to show up. You don't know where to show up. You don't know what to say. You don't want to come off like a weirdo. You don't want to come off like a cheesy salesperson. You don't want to be pushy. You don't want to come off fake. I don't either. Do you know that? I don't either. I never have. I never have wanted to come off fake. Truth be told, I've never wanted to come off fake ever. And so I've always tried to find a way that allows me to show up in the most authentic way possible. And I think you have to think about that right now for your business. So you're probably wondering though, what is this number one marketing strategy? Like, what is this? What do you think I'm going to say? What do you think, others, right now? If I was talking to you, what do you think I'm going to say is the number one marketing strategy? Is it Facebook ads? No, that's a great strategy though. Is it TikTok? No, but that could be a great strategy. It may get banned this year. Who knows what's going to happen? Um, is it making sure you're doing videos? Yes, videos are important. Short form videos. Yeah, that's super popular right now. Y'all, 2 minutes and under videos. Hint, hint. That is a great strategy, but that's not the number one strategy that I'm talking about today. What is it? That you have to have a physical store, that you have to have a booth, that you have to have a podcast, that you have to have a YouTube channel, that you have to have a membership, that you have to have a Facebook group, that you have to be at every networking meeting in your local area, and you need to be the president of the Chamber of Commerce in your area. All of those are great. They are not the strategy that I think is going to make you successful this year. Here's what the strategy is. I'm going to give it to you now, and we're going to talk about it because this is so important. Okay. Y'all ready? Do y'all know what the number one marketing strategy is for 2025 and beyond? It is authentic connection. It's connection, y'all. It's connection. Do you know why? Because we live in a disconnected world. Wouldn't you agree that we all have felt disconnected at some time? It was funny today at church, they asked us who has been feeling like they need more community. And I'm like raising my hand. Like, I need more community, even though I have my own like business community. But personally, over the past few years, I've kind of been floating out there. I really have, like in my personal life. I was sick. I don't know if a lot of y'all know this. If you're new here, you didn't know, but I had this weird stuff going on since I got COVID in 2022. And it kind of caused me to be more at home and stuff because I didn't feel as good. And that's coming off the tails of COVID where we were all home. So it's just kind of been over the years. I've just slowly kind of feel like I'm on a little boat, sort of floating away when it comes to my personal life, right? And I've told myself that this year I'm really going to get more involved and I'm already doing more things to do that. But it's community, it's connection, right? I think a lot of us are seeking it. Hopefully it's not just me. But maybe some of you that are extra social, I know people that are super social and they're amazing at this. They're always planning stuff with friends. They're involved in a lot of groups and they're doing all these things. And I always am so in awe of them because they've taken that initiative to do it. It's funny. Sometimes we take initiative in certain points of our lives and not in others. I don't know if you notice this about yourself, but it's like certain business stuff. Yes, I will totally put myself out there and do things. And then in my personal life, I won't, which is kind of weird because usually it's the reverse. But I'm making a point. I'm already getting involved in pickleball. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be on hopefully on Tuesday nights doing that. I already have Bible study. Like, I'm already planning all my stuff that I'm doing this year to make sure that I stay more involved, right? Okay. I think a lot of people feel this way. And because there is so much fake stuff out on the internet. Don't y'all agree that there's a lot of like inauthentic fake stuff? We don't even know when we're buying. When we were buying for Christmas, like my daughter was trying to buy something, my 16-year-old, and she's like, you better check all the reviews, see if you can tell if they're even legit. I started shopping for that item and I saw that same photograph on like all these different stores, websites, like I don't know if she was talking about on Amazon or where, but it's like the same photo, but yet they had a different brand name and they had a different store name so it was looking fake. And so she was like, I was so scared to buy it because I was looking for the product and everyone, I thought, is somebody copying someone else? Is this going to be a fake version of that product? Like, what's the deal? And so I think we feel frustrated in that. We feel frustrated in social media that people are fake. We're frustrated with ourselves. Like, are we putting ourselves out there in fake ways? Like, are we putting up a front? Like, even my pastor was talking about this, that they just didn't even do Christmas cards this year because they thought it was such a rigmarole to get the whole family out there. And then somebody was complaining about this or somebody was worried about how they look. They were like, forget it. It's causing strife and we're not doing Christmas cards. And I was laughing because we stopped doing Christmas cards a few years ago. We used to work really hard on our Christmas card and would try to do these really awesome ones, but We just haven't gotten to do it. And I think it's better just to not put something fake out there or inauthentic or just stupid that would just do nothing at all. Right. And so I think there's just so many ways now in all of our lives that we feel like there's inauthenticity around us and we don't like it. Nobody likes it. And you don't want to come off that way. You don't want to be a consumer that's buying from someone that is feeling that it feels icky or inauthentic, right? So, authentic connection, y'all, I truly believe however you show up in this world to promote your business, whether it's talking to people in person, whether it's online, whether it's creating videos, whatever you're doing, it's got to be authentic. And I want to give you 3 ways that connection really helps your business and being authentic really helps you. And then just give you some examples of ways that maybe you can think about it when you've been around a business or some kind of place where you felt the authenticity and you felt that connection. And that's what drew you to the business. So, number one, connection really creates trust between you and the business, right? And so, if you think about it, if you're a consumer, consumers are looking for something that you sell or you offer, that if they feel connected to you, there's going to be more trust. And what happens when people trust you more? They want to give you their money. They want to do business with you. They don't want to go somewhere else. And if they trust you and like you, what else do? They share you with other people, right? So it creates trust. Number one. Number two, it helps people buy more and then share you with the world, right? That's what connection does. And connection also, I'm going to say this, number 3, it really makes the world a better place. Think about it. Think about the businesses that you're connected to or things that you do that you actually feel a connection with the people at it. Maybe you share their values, you just feel connected. Isn't your life better because of it? Like, isn't your life better? Think about that. That connection builds trust. It makes people want to be around you, want to buy from you, want to share you with the other people that they know, and it makes the world a better place. So think about it right now. Think recently, maybe a business that you've been to, someone you've helped or has helped you. Like, have you felt a connection? Y'all know last week's episode 272, I talked about sharing your mission. That is a way to create connection. And I talked about it. That's just one of the ways to create connection. I want you to think about other ways. Maybe you went back somewhere and they recognized you and said your name. Like last week, y'all know I talked about I joined Pickleball Place and they talked about their mission. Well, my husband and I have been back several times and they're like, hey, and they say hi to the Brocks, me and my husband. And we always say hi to one of the guys that was helping us. His name was Andy, hitting balls with us and helping us while we're there. And I'm thinking, it's connection. Like we were there even today. And I just already started feeling connected. I'm like, I love this place. I'm excited. We're in our 30-day trial, but I'm going to be like for sure joining because I feel connection with them. Why would I go somewhere else right now? Why would I go somewhere else? I feel a connection already. They know me. They say hello. They wanted us to come to Glow in the Dark night. We know other people now through it, right? Think about it. Think about if you've been somewhere. Maybe it's a coffee shop or a store and they're like, oh, hey, you're back. Maybe it's church. Maybe it's anything. Or maybe someone's followed up with you in a way that you were like not expecting that just made you happy. Maybe they wrote you a thank you note, a handwritten thank you note. I mean, that can be a way that you build connection, right? Maybe they walk around and help you. They help you pick out something. They share, as I said, their mission, how they really want to make your life better. Maybe you saw a video where someone was sharing something personal. Maybe you've been part of a group and you just feel connected to people because you've shared pain or struggles or wins. That's what this is about, y'all. It's about creating connection. Think about your business right now. Are you creating connection? Do you have a Facebook group? Do you have a podcast? Are you doing things on social media that actually create connection and aren't just like buy my stuff every 5 seconds? I mean, we can, if you have a product business, we can just post stuff that just says buy my product. You can do that. But imagine what would be available to you if you actually create a connection versus just telling people to buy your stuff. And don't you want to be treated that way as a consumer? Don't you want to be enlightened, inspired, motivated, encouraged somehow where you're like, oh, you learn about their values or their brand. You're like, oh, yes. Okay. I feel connected. You may not even realize that you feel connected, but you get pulled in because you become connected. Have you really thought about it? Have you really, really thought about it? I want to quickly just talk about some ways that you can create connection in your business with your people. Be human. That's a way. Be an actual human. I talk about this. Be a nice person who actually cares about people. When you're doing that, y'all, you create connection. When you're asking people questions and maybe it's just how they are, what they're doing, or when you're talking to them, maybe you offer a service and you're asking them more questions about the stage of life they're in, the problems that they're having, what their goals are. You're creating more connection by creating more conversation. You create connection by knowing your audience. So think about that. You create connection by knowing your audience, by showing up consistently. They know you're there. Y'all, I'm seeing the same people at the pickleball place. Imagine if I saw a different coach every day. That would be great. I would be happy that I had that level of service, that I had new coaches, but it wouldn't as much create the connection because it's not the same person. Just like me at church this morning. I told y'all we'd been visiting a new church. This is like our third time to go or fourth. No, I can't remember. It's the same preacher's been preaching. I kept getting nervous. Like, is there going to be a different preacher, a guest preacher over the holidays at some point? Like I thought today, right before New Year's, I was sure there'd be a guest preacher. There wasn't. It was the same one, and it's creating connection, and we're getting to really like him. And, we will see where God leads us, right? So showing up consistently is important. Engaging. Don't be afraid not to talk to people. And it's funny too. I keep talking about church, but this is something that's fresh on my mind because I've been visiting a new church, and even my daughter noticed. She goes, I loved it when he engaged the audience today. He had us speak out about some things that he kind of posed a question, and everyone was kind of giving some feedback in the church, the whole congregation. And it was so fun. It got people involved, right? So don't just be that person that's spewing stuff on people. Like, you're getting them involved. And as I said earlier, you're sharing your missions and your mission and your values. So those are some examples, y'all. This is actually a big topic. This is actually near and dear to me. And if I could create a whole program on just creating connection, I think it would be amazing. It's something I've been thinking about because I really do believe that this is the key to your success in terms of any marketing that you do, whether it be any kind of packaging, your website, things you say, your podcast, your videos, your speaking events, anything you do that is about your business, just meeting someone on the street is part of your marketing. When you say hi to a neighbor or a chiropractor or a dentist or someone at the grocery store and they ask you what you do, your marketing begins. Your marketing begins. Did you know that? Your marketing begins at that moment. And I believe that creating connection is your biggest key to success because if people trust you, I talked about this a minute ago, they will be so excited that they found someone who actually cares and will want to give you money and will want to refer you to people that they know. And it honestly makes this world a much better place, a much, much better place by creating connection. Y'all, I truly believe this is the key. I try to do this. And what's funny is when I started all of this, I wanted to speak deeply to people who were starting their businesses and all that. And I didn't realize, and this is the truth, I didn't realize the connection I was making with people. I didn't. I just knew I wanted to show up for my people. And my point is, this is what's happening to you. You have something in your soul that you want to share with the world, that you want to help them do, that you want to make their life easier. You want to save them from something. That's how you're going to create connection. When you go all in on that feeling that you have, that's how you connect. Okay. So it's all these things. It's the things you say. It's how you act as a human being. It's helping, already learning their problems. It's showing up consistently. It's engaging with them and not just spewing details at them. It's involving them. It's sharing your values and your mission. This is what creates connection, y'all. This is why I believe people buy from me. It's not because I've made $1 bazillion, because I haven't. It's because I do have a track record with successful businesses doing what I love, and they like that. But I also think a lot of you do business with me because you feel connected for whatever reason. The values that I have, the things that I say, the reasoning behind why I started my business, maybe it's similar to yours, and that's all it took. for you to feel connected, that I'm vulnerable here on a podcast, it creates connection, people. You have to have a way to create connection. So today, when you start thinking about 2025 and even beyond, I don't know when you're listening to this. Maybe y'all are listening to this in 2030, right? Maybe this podcast is still here. Ask yourself today, how am I creating connection? Because in our world of inauthenticity, where things are fake, there's AI, there's people acting like they have happy families when they really don't. There's businesses that are promoting the number one, product in the world, and it's not. We don't know up and down and left and right, and we don't know what's valid and not. And I think it comes down to connection. I really do. I think it comes down to authentic connection. And you don't have to have the fanciest website. You don't have to have anything. You could just have a way to help people and connect with them. And I think they will buy from you. I really do. And it's not out of a selfish way. Like, I want people to buy, so I'm going to try to be the most authentic person ever. I mean, no, y'all know that's being inauthentic right there. It's just being a real human and showing up and trying to help people. I really do. And being vulnerable and saying, yeah, I've been through that, or I had a family member that went through that, or I don't want you to go through this. There's a better way. There's an easier way. There's a faster way, whatever it is that you do. Okay, I'm rambling, but I think this is the key, y'all. And I'm so glad you stayed for the whole episode. I hope it makes a difference for you. I hope it makes you think when you go out in the world today and you promote your business, that you create that connection. So if you have been listening today and you're like, yeah, I need more help with my business, I do connect with you, Kimberly. I'd love to work with you. I want you to know there's ways you can work with me. I have one-on-one coaching. We can do a power hour. That's it. We can jump on the phone for an hour. It literally can make all the difference for you in anything that you're confused about or trying to work through in your business. So we can do that. I do have Grow Getters, and I have other self-paced programs that you can work through on your own, where I teach you via video and you'll feel like you're in the room with me. And so if this is you today and you really are serious about this business, you really do want to make a difference in this world through your business, and you want to make money doing what you love, then check them out right now. You can go to KimberlyBrock.com, or there are links in the show notes. So that's it. Y'all have a great day. Until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.